we're going to be taking a look at the Feifanke Arc 200 stick welder. They did send this to me at no charge for the purpose of doing a video and review. However, this is a 200 amp stick welder. It's 110 or 220, which is super nice. That gives you some options there. It'll run on your standard 110 outlets. If you have 220 available, of course, you can get higher amperage out of there. On 110, it states it will go up to 140 amps, and then on 220, you will get that full 200 amps. So you will not get 200 amps out of this machine on a 110 outlet, so don't expect that. It will limit you to that 140 if it's plugged into 110. In the box, you're going to get your electrode holder, your ground clamp. You do get one of those little brush hammer combos, which is pretty common in these machines. You're also going to get one of these welding shields on a stick. I don't really count these because nobody's probably really going to use these, and you need to get yourself an actual welding hood. But no harm, no foul, they threw it in there, but just plan on having a welding hood, don't use those. And then you also get that adapter for the 220. It's got a 110 plug on the machine. The adapter adapts it to 220. I have that plugged in right now. But you do get that included with this machine. So with that being said, this does have a very nice display, and it's very simple, easy to use. On the back, all you've got the power switch, so you're going to turn it on, and then you will have this turn on. Fan runs all the time, so I apologize if it's a little difficult to hear me, but you have a knob that just is going to adjust your amperage, and then it's going to tell you what diameter range you should be in for your stick. Here you've got an arrow to change your modes. So there's a synergic mode for MMA, which I don't typically use. I'd rather set it manually, but it is there if you want to use it. So you tell it what size rod you're using, and it will suggest an amperage for you. And then you've got your regular MMA mode where you just manually adjust the amperage. And then you've got a lift TIG mode. So if you want to do lift TIG, you've got to buy those leads separate so you can hook up your argon bottle to it. But it does have hot start and arc force as well, which you can get to by using this knob. It is also a button. So very straightforward, easy to use, very nice big display with large numbers. Let's get into some welding. I'm going to be using some 6013 1/8-inch diameter rod on this little sample test piece I've got here, and we'll see how it welds. Alright, so as you saw, this thing welded great. I started off at 100 amps and it was a little much, so I dialed it back to 90, got some better results there. And it is going to weld just as good as you can. I mean, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but if you're learning, don't expect the machine to work miracles. But this is a very easy machine to use, set up, get started, and keep going. So overall, I think it's a great compact machine. If you need something to be ultra portable, on the go, and you mainly are going to be stick welding, this is a great option for you as a second welder that you can take somewhere if you have a larger welder in your shop, or if you're on a farm or ranch and need something you can throw in a utility vehicle or tractor and go out and get something done and welded. This is a great option. It can also be your welder in your shop if you just need to stick weld or only weld occasionally. It's compact and easy to store, and comes with everything you need to get started other than a proper welding hood and some gloves and your welding rods. So overall, very happy with this machine. I think it's a great buy.